In this video, we will look how we can define a payroll in EBS. So for that, we go into the standard navigator and go to payroll, and there would be a payroll description. Now, a word of caution, depending on how your navigator has been designed or customized, the navigation may not always be the same, but broadly you should be looking for description. You can do a search and you can look for them. Okay, in case you want to search, you can do a control L and it will show you the full list of functions that are visible. So under payroll, we have description here. Let's go to description. And by default, the start date, effective start date is 1st Jan 2020. We'll leave it as it is. Now, the name of the payroll is important here. So we'll specify the name of the payroll, SP, let's say monthly payroll. And the period type, from amongst all the period type, you can choose the calendar month. And this would be the first period end date. That is the date from which the payroll periods will start getting created in the application. Okay, so you may not want to go so much in the past, or depending on again how much of history you want to keep. You just might want to start from 22, so 31st December, let's say 22, and number of years you can initially specify as 1. Now, data offset, these dates are the dates that the system is going to use to generate a calendar of the payroll activities. So what would be the check date? Maybe 0 means the last day of the month payroll period. So for January, it will be 31st. For April, it will be 30th. For February, it will be 28th or 29th, depending on whether it is a leap year or not. Scheduled run, when will it be run? Maybe 2 days before the end date. Cutoff, how many days before the end date of the payroll period should it appear? And when will be the date on the payslip? Now, next one is the default payment method. The check is always used just to ensure that even if someone misses out on entering their bank details, they don't miss out on entering the consolidation set details. Now, this is the SP Enterprises consolidation set that is being used here. So that is the default name of the business group. You can just leave these for now. And there is this pre-notification allowed, so that you need to specify to yes. Terminate seeded earnings by what type of date? Let's say first pay date, first pay after the termination date, last standard process date. Say okay, and then save it. So now your payroll is saved. The next step you need to do is define the valid payment methods. The default one comes in, and the other ones that you have defined in the payment methods, organization payment methods, you will be able to see them here. In case you want to review the dates, so you can click on the period dates and you can see all the dates that have started, with one being January. Okay, if you want it from April, then your first period end date should be 30th of April. So accordingly, that calendar would be generated. Now the initial status is open. You can keep them as closed as well. This is the check date. This is the scheduled run. This is the cutoff, pay slip. All these information is here. Okay, so you can create a calendar out of it. You can do a quick export as well from out of the application. So get it in an Excel and put it in up on the notice board or on the intranet portal. Now, the other thing you may want to do is change, like 1, 2, 3, it becomes difficult to remember. So you can rename them as Jan, and but this unfortunately has to be done manually. And so, okay. So that completes our topic of defining a payroll in e-business suite. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.